All right, let's get on to my topic. More
I
kind
don't
of
even remember what it was.
what's more kind of free-formy. Well, you're not going to go first in this, then. More kind of free-formy discussion stuff, because we've been doing that pretty well today. So let's keep that train rolling. Last 2 weeks, you've heard me rant and ramble and talk about games I'm super excited for in 2018. But you know what? We still got 2 months left in this wonderful, wonderful year. So I want to know what game
3
you are the
months.
most excited. Shut up, Mal. 10 plus 10 plus
gotta
2
get
is
out.
12. My math. I'm
He's
blown
giving you an
away.
extra month off.
No extra month. What's the game you're most looking forward to for the rest of the year? For
Fire
2017?
Emblem Warriors.
All right, Meta. What about it? You
that
got
is
to convince
exact-
Mal to get this because I pre-ordered it yesterday.
Okay, so like what
Tell
actually convinced me to get Fire Emblem Warriors was that I picked up with Lily, my fiance. I went up and I picked up Hyrule Warriors a while ago. We picked it up because it looked good. We thought it was like I haven't played a Warriors game in a while. Lily likes Nintendo stuff, especially Legend of Zelda, and I was like, and I like Warriors stuff. I think I like the hack and slash and the general repetitiveness of it all.
It's
But,
a nice chill game.
It was a nice chill game, so we got it because it had split screen. We're like, well, fuck yeah, it's a great game we can play together. I was blown away by how they dealt with Hyrule Warriors. The gameplay is absolutely fun. The mechanics to it allow some variety in mixing things up. The fact that you have different weapons with completely different movesets that are actually very fantasy and imaginative because they can do very crazy things like, shoot flames from the fire scepter, or you can just use the regular, sword and shield for Link, the master sword and whatnot. To as crazy as things as like you can use a giant fairy as your weapon, which actually she floats around with Link in a bottle and uses him as a weapon, but that's besides the point. It was just so much variety to how the game is played and the characters and how they act and how they work. It was really wonderful. And then the DLC was phenomenal. The roster was more than doubled by the end of the DLC for this game, which by the way went on for I think more than a year's plus time.
I don't know.
They had a number.
They've only announced 3 DLC so far for Fire Emblem.
There you go. So, they had there was you could do the maps, which was essentially this mode where you went on to like the original Legend of Zelda map for the first game that came out in the Nintendo Entertainment System, and you went on that map.
Freaking cool.
It was so cool. You go across the map. Essentially, what happens on this map is you move across it, and you'll come into some random setup styled encounter that'll have different objectives, different minions, different enemies that you face off against, and generally on a clock. And they'll get more difficult as time goes on, or you go delving deeper into the map. This is how you unlocked like your final grade of certain weapons. You could pick up items that would unlock like secrets that you could utilize to get better stuff. You could get more heart containers this way. You even unlocked certain characters that were in the game by doing this. So there was a lot of reason to go through this map. It was incredibly fun. It's incredibly fun, which is also split screen, so you can do it with your buddy, and it actually makes some of them easier because you can do it with your buddy.
But how's this going to translate to Fire Emblem?
Yeah, that's where it comes from, is that really I have high hopes because they dealt so well with Hyrule Warriors. I'm kind of hoping that it will be the same thing for...
It's the same team,
Fire
right?
Emblems.
I mean, I know
yes.
it's the same developer and stuff, but...
Generally, I think so.
Is there only one team that develops the Muso games? I actually don't know. I'm not super
I think
learned on them.
I honestly, I don't know, but I think there's 2 now. I think they have enough people where they've got 2.
It would make sense for it to be the same one since this is a Nintendo property.
I mean, there's really no reason or logic to it beyond that they did really well with the first game that they did like this. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they can do really well, and there's no reason to that they can't do well because Fire Emblem has a humongous history, an enormous roster of characters to pull in from.
Which they have not chosen from.
Yes, which they have not chosen from, which is the biggest
Even
complaint a lot of people from.
First 3 DLC are just more from the same game the roster already contains.
Yeah, which is
Which they might not add anymore.
I don't know if they plan on hoping that this will lead into a sequel. That said, the 2 games they have chosen from are the de facto most popular games. So I can understand why they do that. But I totally understand, like, you can't play Hector, which sucks, because I know a lot of people love Hector. Roy,
They made
After-
Celica a copy
Yeah.
of Marth's
Yep.
moves.
which makes me sad.
Roy isn't there.
It's just
Elderwood.
what is it? It's the Shadow Dragon, which is a remake of the first one.
Yep.
And then Fates and Awakening and Lyn and Celica.
As long as Lynn's in the game, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, that's why Meta's excited.
Yeah, I don't know. I might pick it up later once I'll when they do like a complete pack or something. If they do something like
Yeah.
that, I don't know. Well, maybe if
I like that
the
it's-
roster's expanded and there's more not sword users in it.
I like that it's got it's doing the weapon triangle. It's got some of like the map thing where you go into and look at the map and it looks like a Fire Emblem map.
Yes, that's actually
It's
really
got
cool.
lots of little cool touches aesthetically. But I
I'm
also
not
agree with
super
Mal.
big on,
There's
like,
way
pack
too
and
many
flashes
sword
already, so
characters.
they just needed to be way too good for me to probably get it on release.
Yeah.
I think what will definitely help this game, though, if I were to give criticism to it, is I think that hands down expanding the roster to other well-liked characters beyond the first two games, definitely make sure variety is there for characters, and that when you're playing as them, you really feel like you're playing that character. I just know for a fact, from what I've seen at least, and I shouldn't say it's for a fact, but from what I've seen, people are less so interested in the games themselves and more the characters of those games. You'll have a lot of people who like characters from a game as opposed to I really liked these games in general.
Tingle for
So-
Smash 5.
I mean, that's just an opinion from what I've seen, but I would like to see more characters come out. And definitely make sure that they are balanced in the weapon ranges. I don't want to see tons of sword characters. I don't want to see tons of spears or axes. I want to see balance. Like, I really want to be like, oh, I like this character because he has this, but I like this character because they're my favorite axe character. I like this character because they have the coolest spear, etc.
One of the fun things about a lot of the other more mainstream Warriors games,
Yeah.
What's your game, Tets?
Destiny 2.
It's already out though. It's already out. It's already out. You gotta give
It's
me something
already out.
else.
I don't have any other.
There's a game coming up in a few weeks. I know you were talking about that you wanted to play when we did our E3 episode.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But
It's
I don't
not
know.
Destiny 2. That's the problem.
It's a game that I want to play, but like it's not have to play. It's not like a game that I need to pick up like on release day. Like
You can also say you're not excited for anything. It's a fine answer.
What? You can't say that. You need
Be
to think of
stuck in the
something.
past constantly. Gaze upon your failures.
I always
body
been
in
stuck the
despair.
past, and it's phenomenal because hindsight is so much easier.
Nostalgia, man. Those rosy tinted
I can wait
goggles.
till everybody spends $60 and says they hate this game because of these reasons, and go, "Cool, I don't have to play that game." Or watch the story on YouTube.
What about you, Mel?
I've been looking this whole time.
It's obviously it's
That's
Pokemon
clearly a
Ultra Sun and
delaying
Moon, right?
tactic.
It's probably Xenoblade, I guess, 2 or whatever. Is the only I think game I'm probably gonna buy by the end of the year.
Well, mine's Sonic Forces, so I mean, no, it's not Sonic Forces. I agree with you. Mine is Xenoblade 2.
Oh yeah. It's. I mean, I am pretty interested in it.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I'm just there's like nothing else. Maybe Pokemon. They finally revealed that the more is actually going on in these.
Yeah. I just don't know if it's still enough for me.
Right. That's I still need to know a little bit more. But yeah, Xenoblade looks cool. It'll be my second game for my Switch.
Combat looks fun. It's more anime, which I like. It obviously appeals to me.
I mean,
you know that.
Yeah.
If you listen to the show.
You're so wrong.
I'm really just waiting for January.
Yeah, January's gonna have a lot of good stuff. There's actually a lot of stuff coming out
Only
this month.
one
that
thing that matters.
I'm going to play, like Bubsy, the Woolly Strike Back. I'm not playing the new Bubsy game. It's a bad memory from my childhood. Now I'm getting Fire Emblem Warriors, so I'm with Meta. That'll be the next game I pick up and play. After that, Mario Odyssey comes out a week after that. I'm pretty excited about that. That's my close second. We got South Park is going to come out, but I can wait and play that. To be honest with you,
I actually am also excited for Dissidia NT.
that comes out in January, doesn't it?
Yeah, I believe it comes out. Maybe
It does
I
not
don't remember.
qualify.
Yeah, it doesn't qualify. I'm
It's
excited
the only
for it
game
too,
excited
Meta.
for it.
I
I'm
freaking
excited
love
for
the
it.
old Dissidia games too.
I am ready for Monster Hunter World.
Oh,
Yes!
January.
We all are.
Yes!
We're all going to be playing it.
I am
Um,
excited for that game, actually.
Yeah, we're
Which
gonna
is
have to,
surprising because you were like,
We're gonna-
I generally I
Then
don't
I saw
like
the
it.
tweet from your SO, like, I can't wait to make Meta play this.
I was like, well, I was watching I'm sorry to do this to you, Obs, but I was
That's fine.
watching a video of it, and I was like, gosh damn it, this actually looks really good.
if I only think we have 2 months left, I guess we can give an extra month on top too.
Need 3 months?
Also, yeah. 'cause-
Exactly, that's the joke.
Yeah.
Last week, does it count? Because I do
What?
want to pick up Gundam Versus.
Oh, sure.
No, I'm excited for that too because that's probably we're gonna have to like record that and put up a let's play
Yeah.
or something on our YouTube. But just because we all haven't got to play a game with each other since For Honor, which
Yeah.
was
Oh,
basically
if you
the year
do
before
get-
that.
If you do ever pick up this Divinity 2 Obs, let me know so we can co-op it.
I will eventually for sure.
Speaking of, I want to give an update on For Honor. They are moving towards dedicated servers. When that
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
announced a little while ago.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
a while ago.
I still think they haven't done it yet though, have they?
They haven't done it yet. They're releasing patch 4.1 point something or whatever. But they are pushing towards it. I definitely think we should jump back into there once it comes out.
Yeah. I'd love to play it again.
Yeah.
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. I kind of touched on this earlier.
Maybe.
I might get them eventually, maybe.
You gotta get that cute new
I hadn't even
Ultra
seen
Beast
those.
adhesive that the Twitters have gone all a Twitter.
the poison one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the poison one. I do not like the clown virus, as I called it in Discord
Yeah.
earlier.
I kind of like the
Ghost
wall
Fire.
too. I don't know why.
It's just goofy.
It's a horrible typing.
Yeah, Rock Steel.
Yeah.
No, I most want Dusk, the Dusk Mode Black and Rock, because Black and Rock is my top 3 new Pokemon in the gen. Probably him, Litten, and Topnol are my 3 favorites. So, but anyways, yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of stuff coming out this month that I want to play.
Yeah.
There's only Sonic Forces a month after that. No, November's gonna be dead.
Persona on?
Yeah, I want to play that Persona Sonic. So that'll probably be when I come back to Fire Emblem Warriors, and I might play South Park during that month. And then the 1st of December is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which, like Mal said, he was probably the only game left he was going to play this year. But I'm super excited for that. That's probably my most excited game for the rest of the year. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is great. Meta needs to play it on stream,
I will at some point.
like
We'll
he
get
does
to
with
it.
Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
The I don't know. It just looks like a lot of fun, and it's nice to see a big JRPG title coming out on the Switch. Gives me hope. Makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. So yeah, not much left in the year, but we're still getting some big stuff. As you always do at the end of the year, you got to get your big stuff in before
Yeah,
holiday
there's
season.
always the holiday season.
Yep. Too bad that Dragon Warrior's not here right now. Wah, wah.
I think we just know that's sometime next year.
That's definitely in my top 3 for next year.
I've got Monster Hunter World to keep me busy for a long time, and then the Studio Ghibli the game also in
Yep.
January.
The man, this year has been such a good year for games. Next year looks really good too. I don't know if it's going to top it or not, but it's going to
it'll
be
hard.
close. It's going to be close. I think it's going to have good competition because there could still be stuff that comes out at the end of the year that gets announced at E3 and comes out like a few months later.
Cyberpunk is supposed to come out, but probably won't.
We'll get the
since we don't have
Spider-Man
anything.
game. We're going to get some good stuff. So
Yeah, cool.
gaming's
I'm ready.
looking good. All right, it's been episode 27 of Podcast 5 Rings, your source for enlightenment in the realm of video games, tabletop, anime, film, and tech. Each episode of Podcast 5 Rings releases Monday mornings on iTunes and SoundCloud. Now, talk by topic day by day on YouTube with the full video releasing on Fridays. Check us out on Twitter, Podcast5R, Facebook, P5R Podcast. Go to MetaStream, where you can rag on him about beating his strife to win his duels, and watch them play Final Fantasy Tactics. That's what they're
Which
playing
we are going to
through.
finish up this Saturday, actually. It will be the last run. We'll be completing the game.
You don't want to watch it if
What's
you
up
haven't
next?
played it. The ending's good.
Well, I might show her some of the secret stuff that's within Final Fantasy Tactics. We might move on to something else. We're not sure yet.
Yep. So that and all the good FF14. Keep going.
And soon, our monthly module.
Yep. And soon you will get to experience the horror of FFGL5R. And then we all just end up having a good old fun time, probably,
right?
or something
We're
like
probably all gonna be stupid anyway
All
at the
right.
end of the day.
Yep, so check that out. I'm going to be sure to get that stuff up ASAP after we record it. And check us out next week where we will have... I don't even know what's happening next week for us to rant about for an hour. So,
Or more.
or more. Well, no, we'll have played... No, we won't have played. So in 2 weeks,
Nope.
you'll get to hear us
Yeah.
completely our thoughts on L5R RPG. So, all right, until next week, we will see you guys later.
See
Later,
ya.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.